When I was listening to last episode in the car, and it was our bets, I was like, this is the worst content we've ever had.
I cut like 25 minutes out of that episode, too.
I mean, it's good. We just need to have a post, probably, because I think it's interesting. It's just audio is not the format for that.
Yeah.
It's just numbers that have no meaning.
Yeah, we need to remember that for next year. We can still talk all about it on the podcast, but I'll just cut the whole thing out and be like, go to the post to see.
Yeah.
But we won't remember a year from now. We will not remember.
No, absolutely not. Howdy, it's Thursday, February 27th, 2025, and this is episode 248 of Due for a Win, the Atlantic City podcast. I'm Kyle Eskin, joined as always by Craig Stone. What's good, Craig?
Dude, our midweek trip was so good. The snow just didn't happen. We did everything that we said we were going to do.
The roads were pretty clear Wednesday morning, I have to say. The kids were off school.
My kids didn't even have a delay.
Yeah, Thursday the kids were in school at normal time, so it was perhaps best possible outcome for me towards us going, but yeah, it still didn't happen, unfortunately.
Yeah, it was pretty much a dud here, snow-wise, but no, did not go to Atlantic City.
I mean, I was kind of mulling it over still a little bit, and it would have been tough for me. You seemed like kind of uninterested at that point because you were saying that it was supposed to snow a ton in Atlantic City itself, which I think it did. So,
yeah, it was supposed to snow like 7 inches. I don't know what they ended up getting.
I think they got a bunch. There's been a decent bit of snow this winter there.
I ended up going to Dave & Buster's instead, and as I texted you, did some gambling of my own, which was the Star Trek coin pusher machine, and I got all 8 cards for 2,500 tickets.
Got a huge bonus.
Because, you know, if you complete the set, you get the huge bonus. Yep. Could have used it to get 3 packs of Pokemon Paldea Evolved.
Did you?
That's what they had in the case. No, I didn't use it. I save all the points for my kids because then they go and they think they've like earned enough points to get something good. I don't know what's going to happen when I run out of points.
You're like wrecking them for life.
I know, right? Because then like when they go and they actually earn like 250 points and they can get literally like a finger puppet.
Yeah.
They're going to think, what? I always get 10,000 points every time you go.
Nah, unbelievable.
It's like, no, I always get 10,000 points. You get nothing.
When I go by myself.
Yeah.
Without you.
They have that bucket game where you'll try to get a ball into the milk jug, and if you miss the milk jug, it rolls down and it goes into, you can get like 250 points or whatever, and then it always just rolls down into the little area where you only get 50 points. I don't know if their little whatever cheater mechanism to keep the ball out of the milk jug is just broken, but I can just nail that thing every time. So I was getting like 500 tickets every time I played the milk jug game.
Straight into the milk jug?
Yeah, it was great. I don't know if it's supposed to have some like, if it's got some give to it that it's not supposed to have. It's supposed to be like more unforgiving. Anyways.
Maybe you're just good. Maybe you've just found the thing in life that you're best at.
Maybe it's just made for 6-year-olds, and as a 6-foot tall human, I can just sort of
like reach over and drop it in.
Yeah. Yeah. Now you know. There's a YouTube account that every once in a while gets suggested to me, and it's somebody who is just a master at every arcade game. All the games where you have to like push the little hockey puck looking thing out at the perfect time to get maximum tickets.
Oh, yeah.
Just nails that. Crane games, all that stuff. Part of me wonders how much of that is just editing.
Is it like the people who are masters of slot machines who only get bonuses on YouTube?
Right. Yeah, that's what I wonder. Somebody tell me, is there like a Dave & Buster's hustler out there? That's what I want to know. Is there somebody who's like banned from the Lucky Snake because they just get too many points?
I read that there's some app, or maybe they're going to build it into the Dave & Buster's app, but they're in the process of trying to set up gambling on Dave & Buster's games while you're at the Dave & Buster's.
How would you do that?
I have no idea.
Like you're side betting on people?
Yeah, you're side
like,
betting basically on your skee ball game or whatever you're doing.
That's madness.
It's good.
I'm intrigued. I would never want to do it, but I'm intrigued.
I mean, because you know there are hustlers out there, so...
As the premier Dave & Buster's podcasters. I mean, it is gambling. Like, what are you doing at that coin pusher machine if you're not gambling?
It is just gambling. It's gambling for children.
Yeah, I mean, so is Pokemon cards, which I just mentioned. Those are just lottery tickets at this point.
I mean, and we've often discussed on the show. I mean, you just prefer gambling for children more than gambling for adults.
That's true. It's cheaper. Well, I don't know.
It depends.
You can rack up some expense. I was into sports cards as a kid, which was also just gambling at that point. That's just expensive.
Yeah.
It's even more expensive now. I mean, it's like, $450 for 2 cards, but one of them might be a one-of-one autograph.
Yep.
Straight up gambling.
Got to get those Panini whatever.
Yeah. Not Prism. Prism's not high-end.
I don't know anything about sports cards.
Yeah.
Magic the Gathering, it's got collector's boosters now that are like $30 or $40 a pack. So, yeah, I mean, it's expensive.
They're releasing some Final Fantasy thing. It's going to be like $700 a box.
Yep.
I heard an 8-second snippet of a YouTube video, and that was all I heard. So that's all the knowledge I have. I don't know what that means. I'm assuming that's not MSRP. Don't ask me any follow-up questions.
It might be. You can get boxes of the collector's boosters. They're quite expensive, so...
I was watching a video yesterday. Somebody was talking about if you were coming back to Magic the Gathering like you played 10 years ago and you rolled up with your deck.
I mean, I played in 1994, but yeah, go ahead.
If you sit down and you haven't like heard anything about the game and somebody across from you is playing like SpongeBob and a bunch of anime characters, you'd be like, what the hell is this? Like Captain America. There's a big Marvel crossover. Anyways, we have Atlantic City stuff to talk about. This is a big hint about how little content we have for this episode.
Yeah.
Part of that is that it took me almost a week to post the last episode, so it feels like it's only been 4 days.
We're recording on a Thursday. What are the odds this gets up before next week?
I think pretty high.
All right, love to hear it.
2 weeks ago was crazy.
I mean, you could have been editing while we were not in Atlantic City. You had a full day off.
Yeah, I worked out and I went to Dave & Buster's. What do you want from me? To edit the podcast that we record? We have Always Once Never.
Mm-hmm.
Top tier boxing matches, UFC fights, and WWE. You're bringing back one of them forever. So you're just getting a constant stream. Like every couple weeks or every month, there's like a big one of these events. You're bringing back one for just like a single event, one night only, Boardwalk Hall. And then one of them's going into the ocean, can never come back to Atlantic City. And that's that. So I don't think you actually have to go. Like, you don't have to make it to a boxing match every time you go to Atlantic City or every time there is one in Atlantic City. But you're just gifting this to the people and to the city. So what are you doing?
I mean, I think it has to be always boxing. Not because it's my favorite of these or whatever, but just because of the history between boxing and Boardwalk Hall and Atlantic City and, you know, all the great Tyson fights that happened in the 80s and everything else. Of all these things, I think boxing would be the biggest shame for the city to lose.
Which it sort of has.
Yeah, we've got more on that coming in a little bit. So yeah, boxing always for sure.
Do you think UFC is a bigger draw, right? I mean, surely it is, right?
Yes. Well, so it depends. Like outside of 1 or 2 fights a year that are humongous in boxing, like when we were there was an absolutely mammoth fight in Vegas.
Like a while ago.
When we were there in 2023 or whatever it was.
2023? I don't remember.
Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia, maybe? I mean, that was a huge boxing fight, bigger than the UFC. But it's like very rare that caliber of fight comes up. Like maybe every time Canelo fights, it might be bigger than UFC, but it's not a whole lot going on that's like bigger than the UFC, I don't think.
So what are you doing once more?
UFC, yeah, 100%.
Were you ever into wrestling?
Yeah, I was really into wrestling in high school. Middle school, high school. I think every child sort of was back then, except for you, apparently.
I had like a 2-week span. I had a friend who was really into it, and I watched it for a little bit. You know, like the peak era of like
Attitude,
The Rock, and
Attitude.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh yeah.
So as far as I can tell, the last WWE event in Atlantic City was SmackDown on May 2nd, 2008.
There was a UFC there last year, I think, when I was in Singapore, because I was annoyed I couldn't go. I'm pretty sure. In Atlantic City.
So here's a plot twist for you that I don't think is going to change your answer at all. If you throw WWE into the ocean, you're also losing all the wrestling matches that do happen in Atlantic City, like micro wrestling, regional pro wrestling events that maybe Cousin Vito is involved in. I don't think he ever does any in Atlantic City. But does that affect your decision at all?
Not really, because, I mean, here's the thing. If we want to say that, Atlantic City is somewhere that's pretty well known for a regional MMA fighting or whatever. Like one of the kind of big regional ones. King of the Cage? No, I don't think it's that. But there is a big regional one that happens in Atlantic City. So I think it would be a bigger loss than regional pro wrestling.
Yeah, I know I've been at Borgata when Bellator was there.
Tropicana is the host of the regional MMA, whatever it is, in Atlantic City.
So you're going boxing always, UFC once, WWE into the ocean.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going boxing always. Like, it would just be cool to have that back and as a big draw. Part of that also maybe is just wanting big event boxing to sort of be back. Like, it doesn't feel as big a deal as it did in, like, the Tyson Holyfield era, right?
Cage Fury is the regional MMA.
Okay. It would be cool to have, like, regular boxing in Atlantic City as an option every now and again. Like, I do look back at that one random time that we had a chance to go, and then I hit a Royal and we didn't go.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. UFC and WWE, like, really just makes almost no difference to me at all. I think it would probably be better for Atlantic City for UFC, just because I think it's more of a casino town thing. Like, WWE, whatever. There are, like, so many WWE events all the time anyway. So, yeah, I'll do the same thing as you do. But, speaking of boxing, there is an actual boxing match that has been announced for Boardwalk Hall on April 12th. Do you know anything about either of these boxers?
IBF champion Jaron Ennis and WBA champion oh boy, Imantas. It sounds Greek, certainly, right? Imantas Stanionis. Seems Greek, right? No, I don't know anything about these guys. I don't really follow boxing anymore. I was pretty into boxing back when I was into MMA. I was pretty into boxing at like the end of the 2000s, maybe early 2010s. But no, I don't really know a whole lot about boxing these days.
Yeah, so those two guys that you just mentioned that I won't make a second attempt at pronouncing their names, they are fighting on April 12th at Boardwalk Hall. It's a welterweight unification bout. They're both undefeated. Ennis is 33-0 with 29 knockouts. Stanionis is 15-0 with 9 knockouts. Apparently this is like the best that the welterweight division has to offer, but the welterweight division is not very hot right now. Mm-hmm. Whereas I feel like there was a little while where that was like the division.
Yeah, I mean, I certainly, like, historically, like, there's a lot of Oscar De La Hoya, like, at that, I mean, a million years ago, Canelo used to be that small, but, yeah, no, it used to be a pretty big division. That's what, 147 in boxing? Is that welterweight? 143?
140 to 147.
So 147, yeah.
Pacquiao was smaller than that, though, right?
He was usually smaller than that. I think when he came up and fought Mayweather, maybe at around that weight, but, yeah, he was smaller than that for most of his career. Like, it's possible when he fought like Ricky Hatton, it might have been at a weight near that, but I'm not 100%.
A very quick Google search says that he did at times fight at welterweight. Anyways, So boxing match. You will be away.
I'm going to be away, yes, on spring break, unfortunately.
I know. Clearly, I should just go by myself.
I would love to go. I'd love to go to like high level boxing
at Boardwalk Hall too. Like, it would be awesome.
We know who our friend. What's that restaurant called? With the I love Dukakis. I love Saris.
Oh, yeah. Bill's.
Bill's, yeah. We know who Bill's going to be rooting for.
We're just assuming this guy's Greek.
Yeah, maybe he's not Greek at all, but it certainly sounds Greek. Oh, Lithuanian. Totally wrong. What incredible content this whole segment has been.
Like Sarunas Jasikevičius?
Yeah.
He was Lithuanian, right?
Yes, he was. He's the coach. He was the coach of the basketball team for a long time, too. The Lithuanian national team. That was always very good.
Moving on, there's some Golden Nugget news. First of which is that after trying all sorts of different parking options, including regular paid parking, then some deal where you like put in your license plate number and it would like give you free parking if your tier was attached to your license plate number. Golden Nugget has scrapped all that and free parking is back.
It's good to hear.
Full time. It should be.
I mean, it's becoming quite popular to do stuff based on license plate now instead of tickets or whatever. Like, plenty of parking garages now. It's like I'm fumbling around for the ticket in the car at the exit, and it's just like, oh yeah, we know when you came in, you owe this much.
Right. Spot Hero just uses the license plate, just roll up. But that's,
for advanced civilization, not Atlantic City. They're doing it at Borgata too, is license plate based, I think.
Oh, is it? But free parking, I like that. I think the marina casinos should have free parking. Like, what am I doing there if not spending money, right?
I mean, I don't think Borgata needs it, but the other two certainly should.
They don't need it, but they should do it. Borgata's parking is also cheap, so I can't complain too much about that.
Yeah.
And, everybody who pulls into a parking lot has to pay the city, right? Like, they have to, like, count the cars and pay. So cool that free parking's back at Golden Nugget. Because I said on the podcast before, I used to, like, pull in on the way out of town and just park and go, like, get chocolate or play some slot machines. And now this makes that possible again.
Good. And in their defense, everyone that pulls into Caesars or Harrah's or Trop also gets free parking if you literally, like, look at a slot machine. So.
That's true. That's a good point. I wonder how many people don't realize that, though. Like, how many people come in and play and either don't have a player's card or just don't even think to check the kiosk
At some level, if you don't care, that's fine. You can pay your $10 or whatever. It's like $25 on the weekend, though, at Caesars, right?
Yeah,
it's crazy. Yeah.
I think there are people who do care and do complain and still don't know that you can go to the kiosk.
Maybe.
What do you think about this status thing? Do you want to go earn a bunch of credits now that parking's free and you can go get chairman status at Golden Nugget?
I got that email as well about how if you earn credits from March through May, you'll get status, I guess, for the rest of the year. So if you earn 1,000 tier points, you'll get Premier, 2,500 tier points for Chairman, and 12,500 tier points for Elite. Just for some frame of reference. So that's if you earn that by the end of May, you'll get that tier for the rest of the year.
Right.
I think I got around 1,000 tier points that one famous Golden Nugget night where I was just too drunk to do anything other than just play slot machines for like 6 hours.
What, Hexbreaker? You played Hexbreaker for a very long time.
Yeah, minimum bet Hexbreaker.
So I looked for what the coin-in is, and I found an old flyer still on their website, not linked to anywhere, but on Google search, that it said it's $3 coin-in on slots for 1 tier point and $10, I think, on video poker.
That sounds about right, because you do gain tier points faster than at Caesars.
Yeah, so it's $5 at Caesars, right?
Right.
So $3 is pretty good. I mean, you could certainly get to Premier, I think, in a visit or two. Mm-hmm. The hack on this is that, I mean, it's not even a hack. It's listed right on the webpage that talks about earning these tier credits. There are tier multipliers every Sunday and Tuesday in March. So that is 2 times tier credits if you're 24 karat, which is like the base status, or Premier. Premier, I guess, is like their platinum, you know.
Mm-hmm.
3x if you're chairman and 4x if you're elite. So if you are just going there and you have base card, you only need to earn 1,250 tier points to get to chairman status if you do it on a Tuesday or a Sunday. And then that chairman gets you, the lounge access and all that stuff. So it's probably a good promotion. Of course, the first response on the Everything AC Casinos group was like, they're devaluing the program. But from a business standpoint, they are trying to attract players. Like if you're willing to come in and dump enough coin in to get 1,250 tier credits on a Tuesday, they want you to come and play for the rest of the year. Like that is a totally fine thing to do in my mind. I think it's funny that people get so upset about it. I don't know if you have some, alternate take on that.
No, I'm with you. I mean, that's like all around the points and miles world. There's all these complaints of people being like, they're devaluing all these premium statuses or whatever, and I just don't care. So
this isn't even like a big hack. Like this is just you're going and earning a load of tier points in a short period of time.
It's not like getting Founder's Card and getting Caesar's Diamond or whatever.
Right. I mean, I guess the argument would be like, I go 15 times a year and that's how I get my points, and I should be rewarded for being super loyal and going 15 times a year.
Well, go to a different casino if you don't feel appreciated. I don't know.
Yeah, but what are you losing out on? Is the lounge at Golden Nugget super packed? I'm highly skeptical. Just because I've seen Golden Nugget's casino revenue.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you want to go on a Tuesday and earn 1,250 tier points?
Not terribly, but...
Or are you just going to match your status?
If you're available on a Tuesday in March, though, I don't know if I'd be able to say no. Just because if that's what gets you out the door to Atlantic City.
That's true. I like seeing casinos do this kind of promotion because to me, they should be trying to attract players. As someone who, basically has no skin in the game, like I'm not a Golden Nugget regular. I'm not going to do this and earn status. I don't have status right now, so it's not devaluing it for me. I don't know. I like these kind of promotions.
Yeah, I think it's smart too. I mean, it seems like everywhere they're coming out with like more and more tier credit multipliers and stuff. So,
yeah,
like I feel like they were pretty rare a couple of years ago, and now they're just everywhere. I mean, with perhaps the biggest one being when we went to resorts and it was 15x.
Yeah, so that you play for a day and you earn 15 tier credits instead of 1.
I mean, I got to the second level or whatever in one day of not even playing very much because of that. So
nice. So the other news. Tennessee Avenue Beer Hall reopened. They were closed for all of January, I think. Either on February 6th or February 7th. I guess it doesn't matter that much, but I couldn't tell from their Facebook group which one it was. I looked at the pictures. I can't tell much of a difference. I don't know what they really did. Part of it's probably just like this perspective. I haven't spent a ton of time inside a Tennessee Avenue Beer Hall. So maybe I'm just, if I walked in, I'd be like, oh, yeah, okay, I see how this is different.
It was like pretty beat up inside, I feel like, before.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it looks like there's a lot of tables in there now.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing, they've posted happy hours, since we love to talk about happy hour. And also happy hour requests have come up a lot in the Facebook groups. Like people are constantly asking about happy hour. People love their happy hour.
Just like us.
It's true. We're early in happy hours right now.
Mm-hmm.
It is, I don't know, there's competing information here. At the top of the website, it says Wednesday through Sunday, 11:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. and 4:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. At the bottom of the image, it says available every day.
Is it closed Monday and Tuesday in the off-season?
Maybe.
That would square that circle. Yep. It's closed on Mondays and Tuesdays.
Okay.
So it is every day that it's open.
They have a very long happy hour, 3 hours at lunchtime, 3 hours in the evening, including through normal dinner time to 7:30. All craft cocktails, $12. All menu snacks, $10. $3 off domestic drafts, $2 off import and craft beers, $6 well drinks, $7 house wines. So a lot of stuff on the happy hour there. You can go check out the snacks menu, figure out what kind of cheap stuff you want. I would like to go back to Tennessee Avenue Beer Hall and check it out. It's been a while since I've been there.
It's been a little while.
I remember their food I have frequently found to be pretty good.
I've always been someone that's been like a bit lukewarm on their food, but I remember you and your brother, I think, both thinking it was excellent. So
yeah, and I got like a burger once that was one of the specials. I think they did a lunch special for a while. And it came out, it looked really plain, but it was really good. Like well-seasoned, tasty burger. So,
like, I think in terms of food along that stretch, I'd rather go to King's Pub because I think their food is legitimately very good.
Yeah, I do need to go to King's Pub. That's like very, very high on my list because I only been the one time. So
like the first day it opened or whatever with me.
Yeah, and you've been a couple times since then.
Yeah,
and
I've
seen a bunch of
then.
pictures in the various Facebook groups, and all the food looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody who talks about it seems effusive about the food. So,
and it's always completely empty, so I always think they're going out of business, which makes me sad. So
yeah, everyone go to King's Pub.
Yeah.
All right. Data. I went to put the data in at like 1 in the morning last night. It wasn't 1 in the morning. It was probably midnight, and it was already there.
I did it Monday or something. I was like, I'll do the data today.
Awesome. Much appreciated.
Put it on my list. Yeah. Figured I could do something for this podcast.
The crazy thing that Wayne Perry had pointed out in his recap, he does a recap every month for the Associated Press, is that in-person revenue was up 2.6% year over year in January. But overall revenue is down, meaning online and sports caused the month to be down, which never happens. So that was very surprising to see. 5 of the 9 casinos up year over year in brick and mortar. You'll be unsurprised to hear Borgata, Hard Rock, Ocean 1, 2, 3. But with a gap that goes $60.4 million for Borgata, $38 million for Hard Rock, $35 million for Ocean.
Remember when the question was like, is Borgata going to be overtaken or whatever? It seems like that question has been answered now quite conclusively.
And then from Ocean to 4th, which is Harrah's, $17 million. So Ocean made more than twice as much as the 4th highest revenue casino. Like everybody else after the top 3 is just in the muck.
Yeah, that's right. So like just looking right above it, last year in 24, it's 33 million is 3rd place, and 4th place is 15 million. So that's not 16 million. Harrah's, yeah. I don't think it's that surprising in the winter months.
One thing that really jumped out at me was like Tropicana up 13%, Harrah's up 7%. So for a split second, I was thinking, look at these CET properties just on fire. And then Caesars was down almost 12%.
Yeah. I have to say, just in terms of luck, because I put it together, I think Harrah's, Ocean, and Trop all had insane luck months. So I think that all 3 are a bit inflated over what they should have been. Yeah,
that was my first assumption with Harrah's and Tropicana, because Tropicana especially just being up so much. I think they were the biggest year-over-year gainer by far.
They had very, very good luck, all 3 of them.
Yeah, so Tropicana was up 13%, Harrah's was up 7%, and then
Ocean was up 6%.
Yeah, and Borgata up almost 5%. So, yeah, Caesars down almost 12%. Like I said, Bally's down 4%. Bally's putting up an absolute clunker at $9.7 million.
I mean, it's only down 4%.
Is that much of a clunker? Yeah. It's just like you get under that 10 million.
You get under 10 million, it looks real bad.
I know that you're listening on the podcast right now, but like just looking at it in our sea of numbers here in our Google sheet.
And you're just like, oh, that number's got a different number of digits than all the others.
It looks a lot smaller than every other number, even though like it's only 1.1 behind resorts, not even 1.1 million behind resorts, but still it looks very funny. Oh, Golden Nugget at 10.2. It's actually only, 550,000 behind Golden Nugget.
Resorts only has 10.7. So
right. January's not usually a big month. So
no,
we'll see.
I mean, I think it is literally the smallest month of the year normally, right?
I'm sure. So I'm expecting a huge bounce back, President's Day. New Jersey schools get all their 4-day weekends and stuff. So it's going to be massive.
Yeah, it was the smallest month of the year the last 2 years, 2023 and 2024. So
Yeah. Any other thoughts on the data?
and 2022.
Good thought.
Yep, I don't have any other thoughts. So
I know that what everybody's dying to know, and I can tell you this because my wife listened to the episode where we made all the year bets, and she was like, I couldn't understand any of the numbers. Like, I was so lost.
no, that was really bad content. I also listened to it and thought that. We should make a post, probably. That would be a better way to display the data. But
So you had Harrah's beating Caesars.
Looking good.
And Harrah's had a very good month, and Caesars had a very bad month. That's off to a big start. One interesting thing is I was pretty heavy on the overs on the bets, and you were pretty heavy on the unders. So I was thinking like, ooh, this month looks good for me, except that you had both Caesars and Valleys on the unders. And those 1 month, a 12th of the way through the year, it already seems to me like just almost impossible that either of those casinos hit over.
My first round pick, I feel like, was over on Borgata, and I feel like that's a lock too. Wasn't it? I feel like I picked the over for Borgata. Yeah.
Fascinating stuff to us and to no one else, and that's the most important thing.
I feel like we can lock that up. Over for Borgata. We can mark that a winner already. Until their IT goes down again for 5 months and just shuts down the casino.
That's true. You can't underestimate the lengths I'm willing to go to like hack the entire Borgata system to win $5.
Hopefully, MGM has learned some lessons and that shouldn't happen again. But
they'll just pay the ransom this time, you mean?
Yeah, like Caesars did. That's right.
Yeah. All right. You went to Japan. Do you want to talk about that?
I don't have too much to say. Yeah. So when we canceled...
Have you been before?
Yeah, I was there last August. So this was the very last second thing. I booked it like 2 days before I left or something. Maybe 3. I mean, it was like after Atlantic City got canceled or whatever. I was like, it's like in theory, it was going to be my wife's last week being at home full time because she was supposed to go back to the office this week. Yeah, so I just saw some flights were available with points and I booked them and just went out there for 4 nights and came back. It was a good trip.
For the travel folks, what did you fly?
I flew ANA first class out there, booked with Virgin, and I flew Japan Airlines first class back, booked with American.
Was it an experience?
It was good. It's very nice if you haven't done it. I think I mentioned this in Twitter. Like the thing I did out there is I went to Snow Country for a couple nights, and I stayed in a couple like pretty nice ryokans that I paid cash for, and they were not terribly cheap. But yeah, I think if you haven't experienced like the Japanese hospitality or whatever, I know they have a word for it that I don't remember. I mean, you do get a bit of that in these first class products, especially Japan Airlines. I think is a little bit better than ANA, but they're both very, very good. Yeah, it's an experience if you haven't had it, and it's something that I'd recommend you try to get at some way in your life. If you don't have points, then first class flights are probably out of the question because they're extremely expensive with the money, but you could stay in a ryokan or do something like that in Japan, and it's something I recommend.
So last time you went out there, you did not play any pachinko machines for the gambling podcast.
I still did not play any pachinko machines.
Did you rip a bunch of Pokemon packs, which is also gambling, as we've discussed?
Nope.
Some Terastal Festival, some, I don't know what they call Journey Together over there. Battle Partners, that's what it's called.
Nope.
We're merging, it's Pokemon podcast now. Come on, man, $35 a box. That's where it's at. None of this $200 box in the US. Anyways, that's the Pokemon content for the day.
Yeah. Got to.
Next time you go to Japan, I'm going to have a whole shopping list for you. You're going to bring me back all my Pikachus.
I'm going back in June, so.
What? You're going back in June?
Yeah, with the whole family. Yeah.
Nice.
All 4 of us.
Awesome. I'm jealous. I want to go.
Not flying quality flights, but, it'll be good. Well, you should go.
I'll probably never go. I just hit a 3-year Japanese streak on Duolingo.
That would seem like it would be a very stressful thing for you to like put that together. I'm also on record of saying I don't think you're ever going to go, but I think you would enjoy it once you were there. You would be destroyed by anxiety before you got there, I think.
I think I would prefer to go solo, but I don't think that's ever going to happen because I don't think I'm ever getting that much time away from everyone. Maybe when I'm retired, I can go. But yeah, the idea of like having to do it with family or even like be responsible for someone else's good time there, I think would be very, very stressful for me. If I could just go and like wander around different parts of Tokyo and like go to some other part of the country, I think that would be awesome.
Yeah. I mean, you should be like me. You just book a flight 2 days before and get out there and you don't have time to set anything up. And
yeah. I've just got to, play the points game for the next 5 years and then I'll be able to afford it. Or buy and flip a bunch of Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
Paying for my Japan trip with Pokemon cards.
It's not that many points. It's like
think about it.
85,000 points for you to fly out there and 80,000 coming back. It's like one credit card.
I have more than that amount of points in Amex Platinum points.
Well, you can transfer it to Virgin. Well, you could have transferred it with a 40% bonus. And
what?
So it's like 60,000 points, probably, Amex points or something for my one flight.
I hope everybody who's here just for Atlantic City stuff is like clicked off.
Yeah.
Or like fast forward 15 seconds all the way through this. But if not, I'm sorry. I mean, you should have done that last episode during all the number talk. But I know we have a lot of travel folks who want to hear this.
Anyway, you could put me down for you not going to Japan anytime soon.
No, certainly not anytime soon. I'll be like 65 when I go to Japan. But I'll be fluent in Japanese by then because I'll have like a, 50,000 day Japanese streak.
Anyway, if you want to reach out to us or any of our other listeners, you can do so at our Facebook group, facebook.com/group/do-for-a-win. I was on Facebook the other day and approved a post. I hope you were very proud of me, Craig.
I was.
Find all of our content on doforawin.com. Reach out to Craig on Twitter or Blue Sky at doforawin or me at Kyle Askin. And you can send Craig questions to doforawin@gmail.com and we will answer them on air. How's our inbox?
Haven't looked at it.
That's good. Love to hear it.
I just said, 50,000 day Japanese streak on Duolingo.
50,000 day not checking my email streak.
I whipped out the calculator. That's a 137 year streak, so I don't think that 50,000 is...
Well, after the singularity and we get uploaded into computers,
that's true.
You could do it.
Yeah.
When are we going to Atlantic City? I think that should be our closing content.
I mean, is your wife back at work full time? How much does that affect stuff?
No, not yet, because they don't have offices set up. She's in the office today, but she doesn't have an office yet, really, for going back full time. But I don't think it should affect it too much. As long as I have notice, and as long as it's like, I do drop off one day and I do pick up the next day, she can just work early that first day and work later the second day, and it should be okay.
Yeah, I should try to figure something out. It would probably have to be... I don't know how it would work. We'll figure it out. Maybe.
I don't have a lot of faith in you.
No. I would say like a Monday to Tuesday, but like so much stuff is closed, so I don't like Monday's not a good day to go.
We could do Monday to Tuesday.
I want to go to Tennessee Avenue Beer Hall, as we just discussed. Closed Monday and Tuesday.
I could do 24th, maybe, of March.
I don't know. We can talk about it in the post show. We need to go.
Yeah.
It's urgent.
It's real bad.
I don't know why we're looking at a Thursday when we should clearly be going on a Tuesday and staying at Golden Nugget.
Yeah.